Okay, Miss Childry, microphone. There you go.
I'm trying. Really?
Hello, we missed him. I know everything's going really slow. Hi, Miss Casey. Oh, and she's gone. That was Casey Revere.
By the time I hit my mic and it actually syncs, they're gone.
I know. And that was Casey Revere, so it wasn't a parent.
Oh, is that who it was?
Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Mrs. Childry, the computer science teacher. Do you have some questions, Jessica?
Oh, my daughter Kelly is in your class. She likes it
Oh
quite a lot.
yes.
To, yeah, I wanted to see what I could do to help out.
Well, I really appreciate that. Right now the biggest
That's
thing.
so considerate of you to ask.
Sorry, my Googles. My Google said that was so considerate of you to ask. It popped on my phone. Well, thank you so much. Basically, really right now the only thing is just helping her get comfortable with being able to log in and out herself with her programs, making sure she understands what her Clever dashboard is and how to log into Clever. But right now, that's really kind of what we're focusing as far as our keyboarding skills and just having students feel that they can access what they need to independently on their computer.
Definitely getting comfortable with that. She's working on typing and keyboarding, and she's really getting quite savvy. It's her
Excellent.
second year in GCA, so she knows how to alt tab, and she's all in different screens. So she's very excited about computer science.
Well, that is great to hear. We're having a lot of fun already, and I know I think she's really been working in her typing club too. So that's great. So we're just moving forward from here. Our next units are going to deal with safety, start getting into actual parts of computers, and really more of the things that they probably are thinking about with computers beyond just keyboarding.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Miss Trilogy.
Thank you. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Yep. Have a good night.
You too.
Thanks.
Hi, Benjamin. What can we do for you? Do you have questions for us tonight? Hey, Benjamin, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I was having a problem turning it on. No, I was just popping into the electives room to hear about some of the electives that might be available.
Now, is your student currently already enrolled, already signed up in class?
Yeah, he's in first grade. I don't have him signed up for any additional electives.
Hi there. Was Benjamin at school last year at GCA?
Uh, I'm sorry, I could barely hear you. Did you ask if he was in school last year?
At GCA, yes, ma'am.
Yes, he took kindergarten with Miss Sharp.
Okay, because at the end of the school year, they sent out a survey for the optional electives classes, and
Uh,
that was when you could sign up for those. They're no longer open for the optional
oh.
classes, but just keep it in mind for next year. Um, and definitely make sure you look for that survey at the end of the year. Make sure your FEL gives you that survey and sends it to you. So you can definitely sign up for the writing fun or computer science or Spanish elective.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
No, that is it. So you're saying towards the end of the year or summertime is when I should look for it to sign them up?
It will be at the end of the school year. So probably like May, I think is when the
Okay.
survey usually comes out.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great night.
You too.
Thanks. Tanya, hey, do you have any questions for optional electives? I know things are going really slow, so I'm kind of waiting to see. Tanya, do you have any questions for any of the optional electives teachers?
Do not. Well, you know what? No. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're totally fine. You're welcome to hang out with us. We're just hanging out down here at the bottom of the line.
Okay, because when you said Tanya, I'm looking. Okay, is how many Tanyas are here? Because I just popped in because I was in the regulars. So I'm so sorry. I'm just popping in and out.
That's
You
fine.
are completely fine.
Okay, so right now we're doing well. This week is our first full week of class. Unfortunately, she was supposed to Leilani was supposed to start on the 16th and did not get scheduling a full schedule until Thursday. So we were able to do a class for the electives Thursday, which was the writing, and we did art.
Good.
But writing was switched. No, it was Spanish. It was switched to a Tuesday. So now, of course, my daughter loves to write and she reads really well. So, and she's very how can I put this? She has a lot of personality. She's very good with expression or whatever. So writing is really good for her. The school that we were attending last year did a lot with opinion writing, narratives, and informing. And the key thing the teacher zeroed in on was using words, adjectives to describe, how do you feel, building the vocabulary. So we were good there. I'm a stickler for reading. So we read a lot. So, and I just learned in the other class, as far as like with the writing, when she reads, I pick out words, I pick out different things, and I try to relate what she's reading to everyday life. And because I work for AT&T and with the company, I do internet. So the computer science class went right in perfect because she sees me on the computer all the time. So that school did coding. So the computer science class is really good for her now. The typing, the homework keys, all that stuff, we already did. Now Spanish, my husband's father was Cuban. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. But so as a child, a lot of the games and a lot of the things, educational things that we purchased for her, it was English and Spanish. And I noticed on YouTube, she watches a lot of other languages. She very seldom watches cartoons and shows in English. So a lot of times we're out, we realized she thought that what they were speaking was English and what she was speaking was something totally different. So we had to flip that. No, we're English. They're speaking other languages. So the Spanish comes in and she enjoys those classes. Those classes are very interactive just for the teachers that she have, children, for her Spanish teaching. I cannot think of her name right now. I'm so sorry. But she's very engaged with those classes. And I'm trying to figure out, being here, to see how I can get that same engaging and enthusiasm in her core classes. She is, but she's not as much. Now, science, great. Math, great. But the social studies, we're kind of chugging along there. But just to say for right now, the setup, the way the instructors are doing, for me, and this is my first time. We did virtual last year because of the school, because of the pandemic. So this is a new type of online virtual for us, and it's great. I just want to say for these electives, the personality, the vibe is great. So it makes it easy for me.
Thank you so much, Ms. Tanya. This is Ms. Shelton, and I'm the assistant principal, and I work with the Electives team. So my heart is just full hearing you talking about my team, and I'm so excited. So thank you so much for dropping in, and welcome to GCA. Now, I wanted to make sure before I let you go. Now, your daughter's schedule. You said I wanted to make sure that you didn't have a question about her schedule. Was there? Because if you do have a question about her schedule, I wanted to make sure that you knew where to go. I know you said you were new and getting started. So did I hear that you had a question about her schedule being changed around, or did I misunderstand?
No, see what it was. Her first week was supposed to be last week, the full week,
Right.
but she didn't get a full schedule. The only classes she had were the electives.
Oh, okay.
So we went and we logged on there. So I did not mean to be so lengthy, and I'm really, really sorry about that. But yes, so right now it all makes sense. It's just that the writing class switched days once she got a full schedule. So yes, everything is flowing. We're
Okay,
doing very well. So
Wonderful.
thank you. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, of course, let us know if you need anything. I am so glad that you're happy. And I used to teach language arts. So hearing a writer, I'm just delighted to hear that too. So thank you so much again for joining us. And we look forward to hearing some more great things as your child grows with us at GCA this school year.
Okay, and thanks to the teachers that put something in the chat about my little baby.
Oh yes, she was so excited to come to class. I could tell with her elective, she was just glad to be getting started. So I was really excited she was able to log in last week for computer.
Yes, so thank you.
Thank you again, Ms. And we hope you have a great night.
All is well. Okay, have a good one.
Thank you.
Hi, Melissa. Do you have a question for us this evening?
I'm going to check out what was going on.
Hi, well, this is the optional elective. So that includes writing fun, computer science, and Spanish in the primary grades.
Very cool. Well, in that case, I honestly was seeing what the discussion was, and I'm just going to say thank y'all. Y'all have all been doing awesome. My second grader loves y'all. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Who's your student? Nope. Who's your second grader, Melissa?
Rooney Sturgeon.
Oh yes,
you actually had her today.
I did, and she's I think I just got more, but she was the only girl in the class. I think we got a couple more girls added this week, but yes, she's doing fantastic. That little group, just totally coincidence, already has a lot of computer skills, so they are excited and ready to go. So they've been a lot of fun.
Well, she had Miss Bridgers last year, and that was her favorite class. She's enjoying it this year, and she kind of finished like almost all of the little kid version of typing club. So we love that y'all allow access to that little kid version, because I had her doing grown up version. She was bored out of her mind.
Well, fabulous. And
thank you.
Great. You just let us know if there's anything. I know for this year for typing, they have the younger version and the next level, so that's available there for both of them.
Very cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a great evening, and thanks for stopping by.
Tell Remy I said hey.
Tell Miss Bridgers hi. Hi.
Hey, how are you? Hello. How are you doing?
Hi, Miss Bridges.
Here.
I
Hey,
I
you have an
was
awesome
actually
computer
writing about
teacher
how
this
the time I
year.
went to Smithsonian. Smithsonian's very fun, especially the paintball.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, it was good to see you. You guys have a great night.
You too.
Hey, Keisha, do you have, oh, it looks like your mic and camera are red. But if you have a question, you can always put it in the chat box.
Sometimes when you first move, it won't sync up, and then if you wait a minute, it might sync back on.
Oh, there she, okay. No question. Daughters in second year Spanish. Awesome. We have some amazing Spanish teachers. Senora Thompson and Senora Butler. Three. Ah, that's funny, Keisha. Yeah, these little kids soak up everything. So, yeah, they are super smart. Because I'm the same as you. I took all those years of Spanish, and some of these little ones know more than I do. And Senora Thompson said hola to you. Miss Thompson, if you want to get on the mic, you can speak in Spanish to her.
I just didn't know how slow everything was going. Ah, ¿tienes hambre? Yo tengo hambre también. Quiero comer. I want to eat. I'm tired. I'm hungry. Pues. Well, Subway es bueno. Los sándwiches están bien. Yo voy a comer en mi casa. Oh, hola, Caitlin. Have you asked her, has she been singing her number song to you? Or same colors? Hey, muy bien. What about her emotions? Because we go over the same emotions every week. And those are always fun. If she remembers one of them and does it around the house. I think the kids' favorite are loco and enojado, crazy and mad. Yeah, loco. I know. It's fun. I've enjoyed teaching the littles. Uh-huh. You said you were doing the silly face with the hands for loco. Uh-huh. Yeah, I make them, when we start our emotions, I always make them like stretch out their faces like this. And then we say, loco! And we act out loco. And then we say, enojado. And they all have to be mad. Or enojada because she's a girl. So I try to make sure they know which is the correct ending. And then we'll say feliz. And then cansada for tired. So I try to hit on the like 4 big emotions so that they can use those, and we can use them in stuff that we do. And then I'll add on more, but we gotta start baby, one thing at a time. Too much and their brain goes, no más, no más.
I want to come to your Spanish class. That sounds so fun. I want to learn Spanish. I want to learn those little songs. That sounds great.
Well, I can sing one. I have one song. It's my number song, and I sing it 2 different ways. So I taught it to them like this. The first one is uno, dos, tres amigos, cuatro, cinco, seis amigos, siete, ocho, nueve amigos, 10 amigos son. So we had to count all our friends because they all had to go home and then they had to come back. Well, then I was like, okay, so let's step it up a little bit. So I told him, I said, so I beatbox it. I'm like, okay, here we go. We go.
Oh my gosh.
Uno, dos, tres amigos, cuatro, cinco, seis amigos, siete, ocho, nueve amigos, 10 amigos son. And then we drop the mic at the end. We might drop it. So
that is awesome.
That's what we do. So, for kindergarten, it's easier to sing it. Gracias. A lot of them want to sing it with the cadence that they already know. But then with the older students, 1st and 2nd grade, they don't always want that younger cadence. They want something a little more creative. So we just made it. I told them I was going to be the new Eminem. Not really, but I'm pretending. Well, I'm glad she's enjoying the Spanish class. I have a lot of fun with that, and I try really hard to use the language as much as I can. And like next week we're gonna read Going on a Bear Hunt, but in Spanish, and we're gonna act it out just like just because it's called TPR, and what it is it's just it gets the kids moving, and so we'll go over those certain words like through the woods, and we'll act out through the woods so that they know what that is. And so she might be walking around the house after next week going, oso, oso, bear. So I want my kids to be having fun and be active, and just like we teach our own children when they're growing, when they first are learning a language, we teach them through action and movement and song. And when I learned Spanish, because I learned it in another country, that's kind of how I learned it, other than being surrounded all the time by it. So yes. Well, I'm hoping that she'll be able to get enough to be able to talk to you a little bit. At least she'll be able to tell you that she's mad and that she found a bear. At the end of the day, that's what matters. And how to go to the bathroom. Yeah, we got to hit the high points.
Hey, Senora Thompson, I don't want to interrupt your show because your show is awesome. But I was just going to see if Christiana had any questions for any of our optional elective teachers. I hope I said your name right, Christiana. No questions? Okay. Just peeking at our optional electives, people. We understand because we're the cool ones.
Hey, I tell you, that could be a life skill, because when my son was a freshman in college, we got an alert that there was a bear loose on campus. So it was like nobody knew where it come from. It was the middle of the city, and everyone was told to stay put because there was a bear.
You could run around going, oh so, in that bear. Oh so. Oh,
Well, it's kind of like when I taught brick and mortar in Jessup. I showed what's the name of that movie? Shrek. And my students, who I had because my kids were walking down the hallway calling each other ogres and donkeys. I said, well, at least they learned something. So I do. I think it's fun when the kids can pick up those words and use them. Spanglify it,
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I try to, in class, like if I say, hey, how many verdes are there? They can tell me, or we try to intercept the Spanish into the English so it becomes part of their brain.
That's awesome.
Hi, Christina. Welcome to the electives. Do you have a question for us?
And thank you, Christiana, in the chat. Your daughter Eden loves her classes. We love to hear that.
Oh, Eden. Oh my gosh. She was already typing today without looking, and I was so proud of her.
That's awesome.
I think it kind of encouraged others to give it a try, because she was like, I didn't even look. Christina, did you have a question for us? She should be. She did great today. Hi, Landon. Did you have a question? Well, just let us know if you do. The attendance survey, is that what you're looking for, Keisha? Fantastic.
Oh, I was going to ask Landon a question and he left. Oh, well.
Well, I'm singing that little Amigo song now, counting in Spanish. I just realized, I was like, what am I humming? And it was that song.
Just wait till I teach them the Itsy Bitsy Spider. They'll be walking around the house doing that. Like, it's fun.
Well, there was a spider in my shower this morning, so I might need to know that. That's my husband's job. I don't do anything with bugs.
So we want to say matala. Kill it, matala.
Masala.
Matala. I'll put it in the chat. Matala. Mata is to kill,
Oh.
it's kill, and la is it. And because it's la araña, matala.
Matala. Matala.
Uh-huh.
Got it.
You know, I try to help where I can.
Yes, my whole family took Spanish. I had 4 years of French. I even took French in college. Went to France, and all I could do was order off a menu.
Oh wow.
I never had an opportunity to use it. I wish I had taken Spanish.
Well, I always tell families when they want to know how to better their Spanish is turn on a Disney movie that you know by heart, put it in Spanish so you can hear it, because that's the hardest part about the language is getting the ear. And then if you want, put the subtitles in it, and then flip it and put it back in English with Spanish subtitles, because then you're recognizing the words.
Awesome. That's a great idea.
And then you can flip it and do it in the target language. Like, I mean, if you think about it, if people who live in other countries, how do they learn English? They watch Friends. That's how they do it. And a lot of times those shows will be dubbed in their native language. Like, so like I saw Pirates of the Caribbean. I've never seen it in English. I've only seen it in Spanish, like I think Pirates 3 or something like that. But it had the English subtitles, and it was so weird watching it that way. But yeah, I mean, subtitles work great on movies, especially if it's stuff that you already know. And then another thing I tell families is if they like hymns, you can find a hymn in that target language and listen to it, because you don't need to know what the words are because you already know them. So like if you do like Amazing Grace or something along those lines, you know, if you just find music you already know, find it in the other language and just listen to it, because that's what trips most people up, is not so much the talking, reading. I mean, not so much the reading and writing, it's the listening and the speaking. But then again, in our children, what's the last thing they do? They talk. They listen for 2.5 years before they start really talking. And so that's what I just, when I try to encourage people, those who ask, that's what I tell them. Or get a newspaper,
That is an
magazine.
awesome idea.
And if you really want to up your game, the hardest thing to read in Spanish is the Bible.
Oh.
If you really want to up your game, get a bilingual Bible, because you will get some of the old Spanish. Even in the NIV, you'll get some of the older words that they use. And it, you know, you're just like, whoa, okay, never seen that before. Or just listen to Despacito, but just do not ask me to translate it.
Wow. That's a great idea.
And you can watch a telenovela.
Oh, I have to do
soap
that.
opera, because those are written at a 5th grade level, 5th to 8th grade level. Most soap operas are, but in Spanish, they use very simple language, because they may be made in, let's say it's a Mexican soap opera. That soap opera is also seen in El Salvador and Nicaragua and Chile and Spain. So they have to use terms that are understood in different regions. So they can't use the slang that, like, I mean, in Mexico, they drop the F-bomb every other word. Well, they don't do that in Spain. So you watch the telenovela, and it's the most basic Spanish, so that no matter what country you're in, they can understand it. So so they don't. So it's a very easy way to kind of figure out what's being said. Like the show Ugly Betty was based off of a telenovela La Fea Más Bella, the ugliest girl. Like,
I remember hearing that. That was a
mhm.
funny show.
And I mean, they made that girl look ugly too. She had a unibrow
Yeah.
in the telenovela. But no, I mean, those are great ways. If you just have it in the background, or even listen to the news in Spanish, just put it in the background because you're going to hear words that you know, and um, you'll start to get that ear.
Okay.
Mike. Hey, Suri. Do you have any questions for us? We are the optional elective, so writing fun, computer science, and Spanish. I don't know if I said your name right either. I'm so sorry if I said it wrong.
No, ma'am, you said it perfectly fine.
Oh,
um,
yeah.
so we are in Spanish, and I can't remember her teacher's name, and I feel awful for that.
Senora
And
Thompson.
I say yes, Ashley, correct?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So um, she's amazing, by the way. I don't know if
Yes,
this
she
you or
is.
Okay, okay. She is. She's so much fun, and Molly loves it. Um, the question I was just going to ask, just real quick, is to find out like, is the way that she has been doing classes with it's just her and the kids, is that going to be what they're doing, or will they be working with a different platform? Because I know my other two, when they started taking it, they've gone through a couple of different ones because we've been through with GCA for 8 years. Um, so I think last year they were using Rosetta Stone.
Mhm.
Um, is that going to be anything that she's going to be using, or is it just going to be with the teacher?
I will let Senora Thompson answer.
Okay, so my first question is, are you looking for an extra program for the students to do like they've done in the past, or do you like having it just being me and the kids?
Well, Molly loves it with just you guys. I think it's great.
Mhm.
I was just curious because I wasn't sure exactly how it was going to go throughout the rest of the year. So I didn't want her to get set on one way and then something change and then her be like, "Well, that's not what we normally do. Why do I have to do it this way?" It, because
No.
she's my perfectionist rule follower.
Mhm. Mhm.
So she does fine with changes if she knows that they're coming.
Okay, so I think that's a great question, and the reason I asked you that is because so here's the short and sweet of it all. I know the teacher last year used little passports, and I did not have access to it until about a week ago. And by that point, I'd already developed a month worth of lesson plans without little passports. However, I do have a few things at my disposal that I am going to look through and just say, hey, you know what? Maybe we can use it, but it's never going to be a class that is using that as the teacher. What if I say, hey, let's do a little passports activity today or this activity? It will never be that's the teacher. I will always be the teacher, and it will always be a student focused class with me entertaining and making them laugh and coloring and whatever that we do. Um, those other programs are wonderful tools, but they're not in my classroom. They're not designed to be the teacher, and so um, I I'm not I just haven't had a chance to look at the stuff that they gave me access to be honest with you. Um, but I've really enjoyed doing it this way as well. So I do plan to continue doing it as where I'm the main teacher. And then if every now and then we say, hey, let's try this activity here, we'll do that in class. Um, because
Okay, that's great.
I
That's
yeah,
perfect.
I mean, like this week, we watched Pocoyo, and that I got off YouTube and downloaded it. Like I want to use I love other resources, um, but those resources they can't take the place of the actual teacher, and and I love being able to help just like the other kids do, other teachers do too. So, um, I hope that
Right.
answers the question. Like I don't plan to change the format. I just may use other avenues to help with what we are doing in class. But I'm not going to say, okay, today's
Yeah.
just this.
Okay. No, that's perfect. That's great
Okay.
because I mean she does. She loves it. You're so much fun. I even laugh in the background. So it's great. And honestly, I think it's better because if you're learning a different language, it's kind of hard to learn how to speak a different language if you're not consistently doing it.
Mhm.
So her having you there going back and forth like that, I think it's great. So I was just
Okay.
making sure because like I said, she is my rule follower
Mhm.
perfectionist. So I need to kind of prepare her in advance, like if it's going to go over to something different. So I just wanted to make sure.
I completely understand. Well, don't worry. It's not going to ever just go over to something completely different. Um, whatever I do use, we will do in class together. And
Okay.
we'll just
Okay,
like the
great.
Pocoyo video, we watched it in class today, but then I screenshotted some stuff and asked some questions about it. We talked about the video in that language and identified what we've been talking about. And that's how I would incorporate any other tool that I would use in the class.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Thank you.
Okay, see you tomorrow or next week.
Yes, next week. I know.
Next week.
I know.
Thank
It'll
you.
be fun.
Yes.
We've got this. 6 more minutes.
Yeah, if y'all never watched Pocoyo, it is the cutest show. And you can find it in English and Spanish. And so I showed it to them in Spanish. And so the one that we watched today is all about colors because that's what we've been talking about. And it's amazing how much the students, well, I'm not amazed. They're amazed at how much they understand just by watching it and understanding a couple words here and there. Like they can tell you what's going on in the story. So it's pretty cool. We've been having fun with it.
My kids are all grown, and I saw that character, and then a nephew had a birthday party with that theme, and I was like, who is this character? So I had to go check it out.
Yeah, he's the cutest little fella. I mean, and it's fun because like they're short little clips. They're not like these huge long videos. Which is great for younger students because it catches their attention and then it's over. And then
Right.
When I taught before, little ones, I used this and they thought it was a lot of fun. I did too.
What?
Sorry, I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find the one I showed today or this week.
Tammy, I just snort laughed at what you just sent us.
That's how I feel like. I'm like, okay, I'll take it all off.
Okay, here's the link to the video. So of course I download the video and then I put it in Jigsaw. So they watch it real time with me. So it's like 7 minutes, and if you have a minute, just watch it. It'll make you giggle.
So is that him, that person in the blue outfit? That's Coco Yo?
That's Poco Yo. And what's funny is Poco means small, Yo is I. So it's literally translated as like little me.
Okay.
We're kids are little. So, and there's no words, there's just a narrator. and that's what makes it fun.
I used to watch that with my kids a long time ago. After when you said it, I was like, I've seen that show. I've seen that show. He was so cute. So
Yeah.
I think I see other people stopping their recording, so we can stop our recording. I think that